back-to-back original car. Then it's Spengler, and then the blue car of Bruno. He has made 2 stops, Bruno, so he's pretty well placed. So outstanding effort from Mattias Ekstrom, the 04 and 07 champion. DTM last year. As we go back on board with Miguel Molina, the Spanish youngster, scored a point in his very first DTM race. David Coulthard has dropped behind Frankie Cheng at the moment, but Cheng has yet to take his second stop. Tomczyk. There you see the little one, that shows they've only taken 1 pit stop. Maybe you'll see the lights in the side windows as well. Molina in second place, Green in third, Ekstrom fourth, Jarvis fifth, Spengler. All this is going to change in the next goal. That's got some slow-mo here. Nice action of Bruno Spengler. There you can clearly see the 2 red lights, and in essence a touch, and one of the dive planes went flying, clattered against the rear wing of Bruno, and Alexandre Bruno being pretty aggressive. And there you see the Audi crew, and I don't think Dr. Ulrich's too impressed by that. Also on the management perch there, Torsten Toppler, the team manager for the Abt Sport team, alongside Christian Abt. The Abt team done a very good year last year, also winning the ADAC GT Masters Championship with the Audi R8 sports car, GT car. And pretty busy period for them, having run cars last weekend at Nürburgring 24. This is always a tough race. I think the Abt crew could catch up on a bit of sleep after this weekend. Next DTM race will be at the Euro Speedway Lauschitz. So quite a tense struggle here for these positions for points. But as we said on numerous occasions, overtaking around here is really very difficult. Pit boards go out. And there is Jarvis still ahead of Spengler, very close for Paul de Resta there, almost tagged by Wendell Hock, might have just been foreshortened perhaps by the camera angle. And yeah, I think that was just nice judgment, wasn't that close. Tomczyk and Molina and Green, the boys who haven't made their second stops, currently shown first, second and third, and Green is going to drop to about come down to about 12th place when he comes back in. Tomczyk, where will he slot back in? He could slot back in at about 5th or 6th place, could Tomczyk. Wait and see what happens. There is Oliver Jarvis though, and fully backing up Dr. Ulrich's decision to choose him rather than Pramat or Rockenfeller to be promoted into the old Tom Christensen car. These 460, 470 horsepower engines breathe through 2 28mm restrictor holes, which does restrict the power, so keeps these engines nice and reliable. They're only allowed so many engines, and very few engines in fact. I think it is 3 per season between 2 cars. Tomczyk there, 131.142. The pit stop window is going to close in a few laps time, and so we should see Tomczyk, Molina and Green all dive in, I would say in the next 2 or 3 laps, and then leave Ekstrom back in the lead of this race. He has a 5-second gap over Jarvis. So looks as if it's heading for a good result for Audi. Of course, Mercedes getting a 1, 2, 3, 4 result in the opening round. But Gary Paffett getting maximum points on Hockenheim, not looking as if it's going to score here. There is the aggressive Frenchman in the blue car, Alexandre Pamar, chasing after Spengler. So the Audi comes in. This one is Molina, the silver car with the gold braid, we could call it, the gold signifying Audi Bank. The colours that Pamar actually ran in last year. And up on the air jacks, you see the 4 air jacks. And Molina goes out. And it's going to be, is it going to be? It's going to be behind Paffett, I think. Paffett sweeps by on the inside. And Molina gets a good view of the rear of Gary's car. Paffett spoke. Gary goes a little bit wide. I'm just wondering if Gary's got a little bit of a brake problem here. We've seen him lock up a couple of times. We do know that he made a brake adjustment this morning. Maybe it's gone the wrong way. Paffett currently shown in the 11th place. Ekstrom holding station over Jarvis. Spengler trying to get on terms with Jarvis still for a podium position. A replay of the Molina pit stop. Here he comes back onto the track. You'll see Gary Paffett on the left in a moment. There he goes, past. So now Tomczyk then, who was in the lead by dint of that longer second stint, comes in at 80 kilometres an hour. It looks as if he's got a fresh set of tyres to go on. And will he get out in front of Pamar and Spengler? And looking out, Tomczyk is in. Well, that very fine strategy there by Tomczyk. That has really worked very, very well indeed. Outstanding call from the pits has vaulted him up the grid, up the order, I should say. Now, hopefully he can make that stick. There is Scheider. Tomczyk really making the strategy work to his advantage. Just got into some clean air, put in a whole series of nice, clean, fast laps. Hung out there to almost the close of the pit window. However, Jamie Green will adopt the lead for a lap. It will be before he makes his second stop. Remember, he stayed out very long, over half distance on the first set. I think Green must keep it coming on the next lap. There's Scheider. And, wow, what a result for Tomczyk. I think he's now running in what will become second place ahead of Jarvis. Well, it looks like we're going to have an Audi 1, 2, 3 if they stay like this. Remember, Green to make a pit stop going to cost him the best part of 20 seconds, going to drop him down to about 11th or 12th place. And Winkelhock in the pits. And is this a tyre problem? Yes, it is. Well, that will be a worry for Audi. And are we going to keep the car? He's switched it off. And, well, now Dr. Ulrich will not be sitting comfortably because it appears there's a tyre problem down there with Winkelhock. Now, how are the tyres of the other Audis? That is the big question. Can Mercedes try and push them a little bit, try and make them overwork those rear tyres? So Green still out there in front, but has to make a pit stop. Then it's Ekstrom, 2.1 seconds only over Tomczyk, then Jarvis another 2.3 seconds back, then Spengler, then Bruno, and then Scheider, Paffett and Molina. And Molina, having scored the points in his opening DTM race, just out at the moment. Just remind you, David Coulthard moves up to 12th spot. There is Green, finally makes his second pit stop. Away he goes, 3.4 seconds. We'll see where he comes out. Here, there he is emerging down the pit lane, long run. And he is going to come out behind the Audi bank car of Molina and in front of David Coulthard. Coulthard, though, be happy to be in front of Susie Stollard. Paul de Resta be disappointed down in 8th place at the moment, which will become 7th as the... oh, look at this! The Gary Paffett had Molina lunging down the inside, and he managed to fend him off. Miguel Molina, that single-seater experience, had had a dive down the inside of Gary Paffett for 9th spot. There's Rocky still in the boot. Well, we can see this in the boot of de Resta. Oh, there you see that move by Molina. Brave attempt to try and pass. The boy is certainly a racer, isn't he? There's de Resta and Rocky, and chased by Paffett, and then Molina. So some good battles going on for the final point. So everyone has made their 2 stops now. Ekstrom, Tomczyk, Jarvis, Spengler, Bruno, Scheider, de Resta, Rockefeller, Paffett and Molina. That's the top 10. And Molina picked by Dr. O'Rourke. I think he tested 4 or 5 youngsters. Decided the Spaniard was the one he wanted. And certainly is adapted to the very different discipline of a DTM car from 3 years of World Series by Audi, World Series by Renault, I should say. Now in the Audi bank car, Magic Molina they call him. All those fans he talked about to Christina at the start from Lorette de Mar, have all got Lorette de Mar t-shirts on, a couple of busloads of them apparently, and he's giving them something to cheer. Well, what happened to Ralf Schumacher? Some problems. I believe that Christina SUE has got hold of him, and maybe we can hear from Christina in just a few moments. There she is.
Not really a lucky weekend for Ralf Schumacher. P13 in the qualifying, and now he came out of the car. What happened?
Well, we have a technical problem. I don't know exactly what it is. We have obviously to check and see later. Up till that moment, I was relatively pleased with the second set of tires, but obviously too far away from the points.
Thank you, Ralf, and I get back to you guys.
Yeah, and as we come back, we see Molina going past Gary Paffett. Had that one attempt, couldn't make it work. Got it working this time, though. Good effort by Molina. As I said, he's really a racer. Well, I guess Ralf Schumacher can head to Valencia Airport and jump in the exec jet and head home after another fruitless weekend. And there you see the move, and Gary was out wide, and Molina saw the gap, down he went, and little bits of trim coming off. That's off the wheel, that circular item,